All right, ladies, so this was a request, and I want to, make sure that I give you your requests, videos for your requests. So this is a video request, and I want to do it, so I'm enjoying it. So it's random facts about me. You can say facts about me, random facts about me. So this is going to be more random facts about me. So how old am I? I am 50 years old. I was born on August 7th, 1967, in Kings County Hospital in Brownsville, Brooklyn. So I was born in Brooklyn. So that's a fact about me. Another fact is I lived in Brooklyn up until the age of about 22, 23 years old. Another fact about me, at about 22, 23, I moved and lived in Las Vegas, Nevada for a whole year. And I worked at a telemarketing company that I totally was not it, but we were the boss, we were the managers, my best friend and I, and it was really cool. I love it. In high school, and I went to Norman Thomas High School in Manhattan in New York, I had a best friend that our friendship had lasted for almost 40 years. So I've been with my same best friend. We moved to Vegas together, and then eventually we moved to California, and we've been friends. We're not that close anymore, but I did have a long-term, almost 40-year relationship with my best friend. Also, I lived in California from the age of about 23 to the age of almost, I'm trying to think about, did I turn 50 in California or did I turn 50 here? I think I turned 50 here. So from 23 to like 49, I lived in Oakland, California. I lived in Berkeley when I first moved there. I lived in Oakland, California, and I loved it. Also, another fact about me is I've been a vegetarian since the day, 1 year after I landed in California, I became a vegetarian. And I became a vegetarian by reading a book called Heal Thyself by Queen Afua, and I was hooked. I was hooked. I knew that was for me. And so I've been a vegetarian. Now I'm a raw vegan. I've been a raw vegan, all raw, for 7 years. This is the 8th year. I've been, May will be 9. This 8th year, I've been vegan and cooked. And yeah, not my forte, want to be vegan all the time. And I'm learning. I'm going to, as you know, I teach a course. And I'm going to have a sister come in and teach us how to be raw vegan in the winter. The winter threw me off. Another fact about me is I have my own business, and it's called Blackberry Beauty Academy. It's been in existence under that name for 8 years, going on 9. And it's an online business, and basically I help Black women through health and wellness live the fullest life that they can live. And I mean, that's real, holistically. So love it, been doing that for 8 years. So I have not had a job outside of the home for 8 years. Fact about me, but also fact about me is I used to work for the state of California. Yeah, I was a state worker, a civil servant, as they call it. And I hated it. No offense to anybody that's doing it, but I hated it. And I worked for the earthquake preparedness program. So I help people prepare for earthquakes. Me coming from Brooklyn, helping some Californians prepare, it was funny. And I was a secretary. Oh, another fact, I went to Norman Thomas and I studied secretarial science. That's the high school in New York. Hated it. And then I became a secretary, worst secretary ever. It was a joke. It was a joke. Another fact is I loved Greenwich Village. I used to have purple hair, and I was definitely alternative. I think I still am. I loved all kinds of music. I was into the art, the culture. I was in the scene, the music scene, all music. I was there. Like, I was the eclectic woman, Another fact, I lived in the projects, my family, from the age of 14 till I left to move to Vegas, I guess to 22. I think I was 22 when I moved to Vegas. And the projects from 14 to 22, it's White Cough Projects, downtown Brooklyn. Yeah, those were definitely some growing years. I seen a lot, more than I probably needed to see, and it was a trying time. Another fact about me, my mother was a fashion designer, not famous, but she could have been. Unfortunately, it was hard to be a fashion designer when she had 4 children and she had no support really, but she did study fashion. She was already a designer, went to school to study it, didn't quite get her degree in it, but fashion in our home was a big deal. We just didn't have the money to buy the clothes, which really, that's why the most creative things come from sometimes having little, because we always had to be alternative because we couldn't be in style because we didn't have the money to be in style. So another fact is I do have a daughter. My daughter is 21 years old. She is in a college in California, and she's loving it. She's a real California girl, born and raised. Another fact is I was a Rasta woman, so I was in the Rastafarian belief system for some years. My daughter was born as a Rasta child, and I was in the community, and it was good. I learned a lot, loved it. Another random fact is I worked for the Oakland Unified School District. I brought my programs to the schools. I created something called drama therapy, dance therapy, drum therapy. I taught all of those things. Another fact about me is I studied on the trap set as a drummer. Don't hold me to it. I don't have my skills, but I would love to study that again. Another fact about me is I love French. I can't say I studied French in high school and then for a little while in college. Unfortunately, every time I get to the part that I don't know, I quit, which I'm not going to do anymore, but I love French very much, très bien, like, okay, mucho, which is not French, okay. So there you go. So I love French. Another fact about me is that I love yoga. I love yoga. I do yoga. I've been doing yoga, womb yoga, for the last 17, 18 years, maybe 19 years. Totally love it. Also, I love being a raw vegan too, which is so much fun. And I'm back on it again, so I do love it. I love being a vegan in general. Another fact about me is I'm married. Been married for 2 years. Just celebrated my 2-year anniversary, and the first time ever, so I love that. Another random fact about me is I now live in North Carolina, I'm gonna say we're closest to Chapel Hill. We live in the country, never lived in the country before. Another random facts about me is that my husband and I, we own land here, over almost 20 acres of land, and we are going to build a house, so that's fun. Other things about me, how did I get into the holistic field? People ask me that all the time. Real fact about me is that my mother was spiritual. She was studying to be a Yoruba priestess, but she was spiritual even before that. She had skills and she taught us a lot. So we grew up in a very metaphysical home. So another fact about me was we were black and not Christian. Yeah, I don't really know the Bible or spiritual scriptures unless I've heard somebody say it. So we didn't grow up that way. We really grew up in a metaphysical household. That was our belief system, our religion. We grew up with, altars and ancestors and candle burning, like for real. And it was fun. And, Shango and giving his ancestors the alcohol and the cigars, and we did it all. And it was a wonderful, wonderful life. My mother was everything. Like, my mother's passed. She died of cancer at 57, lung cancer. So speak your gifts, speak your peace, speak yourself into existence, speak your birth, give birth to yourself. Don't hold back. It's not a good thing. Be all that you are. You came here to be, because it's much more than you can see right now, believe me. So another fact about me, I'm only 5'2". I'm only 5'2". People ask me all the time, girl, I thought you was taller, girl. I'm only 5'2", and I'm pretty small. I mean, I think my weight's always between 110 and 120, so, and I like more on the 110 side, but I'm a little thing, as they say. Random fact about me is I had locks for 11 years. They were down my back when I started YouTube. That was part of it. 11 years, and I've done everything from bald to, locks, balds, fades, afros, the whole bit, twists, braid outs, the whole nine. And so right now I'm wanting to grow locks back. So I'm working on that. So, you know, we'll see how that goes because I kind of changed my mind a lot. Another fact about me is I love clothes. I do. Some will say I have a lot. I don't know because I see other things. People have a whole closet room, but I probably shouldn't. My husband's smiling, so I probably shouldn't compare. My daughter says I have a lot of clothes too. He's laughing, so maybe I do have a lot of clothes. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't compare. So I guess I'm gonna say I have a lot of clothes, and I do take up all the closets in the house with my clothes. This is definitely a real fact. So I'll tell the truth. Another thing is I love African clothes. Like but it's got to be nice, good quality, and it's got to be fashion and stylish. So I love contemporary African clothes. I will spend a lot of my money on African clothes, no doubt. Another thing is I love everything Afrocentric. I discovered the Afrocentric life very young, early on when I was a youngster in Brooklyn. It was a lot of culture in Brooklyn. I mean, you could go a lot of different ways. It's your choice, right? But I always gravitated to all things African or Afrocentric, right? From a young age. So this is not new. What I am, my whole family understood that I was that one. They invited me to all the African or African American fairs. You know, they knew what I wanted and liked. And my family nurtured that part of me from a very young age. Another thing is I was a spoken word artist. I was the first one to speak at lots of spoken word places and won when I was in California. So definitely as a poet, don't do it as much, but most definitely I'm a poet, no doubt. I just don't do it a lot. So yeah, I was an actress. I studied acting in college. I got my associate degree in arts and humanities because I liked the art, but I like the psychology and all the other stuff that comes together. I love that kind of stuff. Random fact about me is I love bad black movies. Oh my God. When I say bad black movies, I'm talking about like low budget, you know, like the low budget, like they have it on YouTube now. They're like low budget. Like I love those. And I'll tell you why. No, sounds amazing. We call them good bad black movies because there's bad black movies and there's good bad black movies. And good bad black movies are that they really try. Like there was a storyline kind of there, but it doesn't quite be resolved. The acting is usually not that great, but there's some redeeming qualities. And so how did I get into bad black movies and I love love stories. If you ask me what movie I want to see, I'm probably always going to say a love story or a documentary. Why do I like so-called bad black movies? I call them bad black movies because they're usually low budget, the acting's not that great, and you know, it's not always pulled together. But I love watching black people so much that I'll take the bad black movie, I kind of say bad, but it's kind of a joke between my husband over maybe another movie because I love to see her so much. Not to say I don't watch movies with other people in it. There's some great movies out there. I just love them. I love seeing black people. And what I love about the so-called bad black movies is that the people be real. Like you could tell that is, you know, I don't want to say nobody's name because, you know, they'll be right. But, you know, that's, you know, Lisa Jenkins. Okay, I'm just going to say that from down the street. Like, that is for real. Or like it takes place like in the project apartment. Like, see, that's just dopeness to me. Because bad black movies, you're going to see people that look like you. People that you know, your cousin. You don't see that in Hollywood. Everybody's a Halle Berry. And they're all airbrushed and, you know, it's fake. It really is. Hollywood is fake. Come on, y'all. Bad black movies, ain't nothing fake about that. They be real with it. She got her Philly girl accent, her Brooklyn. I love that. Like, that's real. And every once in a while, you get a good bad black movie. Like, bad because it's low budget, but good because the storyline worked together. Love them. I got my husband on him, by the way. He's now... He's obsessed. And there's qualities of bad black movie. There's ones with higher budgets, but they just so not good. There's ones with low budgets, but they could be good. It's just, listen, you got to be a connoisseur of them to understand how amazing the movies are. So I love that. I love black people going for it, you know, doing their thing, wanting to tell a story. Hey, they might not have the budget. They need to still be able to tell their story. So you can see I took a long time with that one because it's an obsession. What else am I obsessed with? I'm obsessed with, believe it or not, raw foods. Like I've been to, every time a new raw food restaurant would open, I'd be the first one there. So I'm the only black person, me and my husband and my daughter be the only black people have been there, be knowing more about raw foods than the people that work there, honey. So I love raw foods. total obsession. I love making videos. Can you tell? I love making videos. I love that, like, so much. And obsessed with Black art, obsessed with Black artifacts, obsessed with it. I love nature. Fact about me, I love the sun. I could lay in the sun for hours. I love walking on trails. I love laying in the parks. I love camping. I used to love camping more, but I'm getting too old now for laying on the ground in the tent. So now I need some little, what they call it, glamping, and a little more like that now. But I still love outdoors. I love nature. I'm a walker. Now the fact, I mean, I could probably outwalk most people. I could walk anywhere, anytime, for as long. I'm a walker. I will walk. I love to walk. Walking is everything. Another thing too is I love to read books about our people, but I don't read as much as I used to because I just don't have time. But I consider myself an avid reader. I love, obsessed, Black lectures. Give me a Black lecture. I love Black lectures, going to see people speak. I love cultural things like going to plays, Black plays. Oh my God, like anything with the arts that's us. I love it. Okay, so anything, I tell you a lot about me. Let's see. This is what y'all wanted to know. And another thing, I'm a go-getter. Like, I don't quit. I'm what they call a beast mode. Yeah, like I'm a go-getter. Like, I don't quit. I don't see, you can't really knock me down because I'm gonna get back up. And if I feel like I put something out there that wasn't successful, I don't have no feeling about it like it wasn't successful. You might think it was successful to me. It just didn't work out right then. So I think I have a overall positive mind. I get down now like everybody else, but I'm a go-getter. I'm going to keep coming. I am not going to give up. I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen. So just so the haters, that's for you. Had to throw that in for you there. It ain't gonna happen. Now I might fall, but I'm gonna get back up, and I'm gonna get back up stronger. I keep going. Another thing, I am creative. A lot of the videos, a lot of the stuff you see, it's my thought, idea, concept. I am creative, and you should say that without apology. I am creative. Another thing about me is I love Black people. I talk about it all the time. I love myself. I talk about that all the time. Because I'm a Leo. Did you notice that? Another fact that I'm a Leo, August 7th, I'm a Leo. So yeah, I could go on and on, but this video, we have to do a part 2. So those are some random facts about me. If I missed anything that you want to know about me, then let me know in the description box that you want to ask me some questions, and we can do a random facts about me part 2. All right, y'all. So this is for my Afrocentric home decor channel, as well as my Blackberry Beauty. I want both of y'all to see this, and I love y'all. So I'm gonna go now. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. Peace and blessings.